Hey everybody, I am the losing 5th spot, sitting with a microphone now. Daniel Candy from Denmark and Mr. Diamond sitting next to me, Mr. Smith. Waiting to see if Corey comes back to take over the microphone as well. Just to clarify a quick thing, that I just lost in the quarterfinal, and we had a situation where Thorsten thought that I fouled. I said that I didn't foul, and we have people confirming on the stream, both Danish and foreigners, saying that it wasn't a foul, so I was correct. And ended on a little bit of a sour note. He won 8-4. I lost my head after that particular thing because he said that I cheated, but we clarified it now. Shook hands, everything is good, and he played better in the match anyway, so he deserved to win. But yeah, just a bit of a bad note to end it. So very close rack from these two guys. Always hair thin whoever wins or loses. Good break here. And yeah, just because I had never dealt with Thorsten before in tournament situation, I obviously asked whether or not that I was correct or not, or if Thorsten was known to be a sharker or something. But everybody says that he's a noble guy, so I have no doubts that he couldn't see that it moved when it did, so everything is fine. So all the best to him in this match, and as well also for Ralf Souquet. Both really classy guys.
And really solid players.
Both of them really solid. If I had to call a winner of this match, I would have to say that Hohmann is probably the one that's played the most flawless of them. He's missing fewer balls. I've seen quite a few unexpected misses and a few positional errors where Ralf has actually scratched. So and he also did against the Dudanets I saw. So I would say 8-5 or 8-6 to Hohmann. What do you think about that?
Well, 10 ball's hard to predict because of the break.
True.
So playing wise, I agree with you.
Yeah.
We'll see who breaks the best, and
Yeah.
that person has the advantage. And that's yet to be seen.
What I gathered in my match is that Thorsten loses the cue ball a bit more on his break, so it's a bit more chancy, whereas Ralf seems to have a little bit more control on the break. But then we all know that Ralf is the master tactician, so maybe it evens out, I don't know, but
I generally go with the guy that is the master tactician.
yeah,
But you have to execute.
that's true. But yeah, obviously I'm totally disappointed. I wanted to go all the way, but did my best. Missed a 10 ball, missed a 2 ball, missed a jump shot on a 1. So yeah, my own fault. 8-4, not too bad. Iceman is back.
We're out.
Yeah. I don't matter.
I'm just kidding. Not a bad result.
No, it was good. I was afraid I was going to lose to a girl in the last 16. She was actually a pretty solid putter. What was the name of the girl I played in the last 16?
They start the match?
Yeah, this is the first rack.
First rank? Okay.
Ralf
Meanwhile,
just
they have a
cleared.
disco going in the other side of the hall. Sadly.
Hello to everybody.
Hello. Sorry for the music, by the way. We can't really do anything about it. We tried to bribe them, but they don't want to listen to us.
Big crowd here.
Yep.
Anyway.
I guess they're all going for the K-pop concert next door.
No, we can expect more people tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
The finals. It's a bit rough outside. It's like raining sleet.
Yeah, sleet, slud in Danish. Yeah, exactly. It's not exactly
snowing, but it's
yeah.
Not, I mean, it's when it lands, it's melts.
Nah, it's not cold enough.
Well, we had a nice walk in the rain last night, didn't we, Mika? Around this whole Olympiski?
Yeah.
Wet feet?
Well,
we got our feet wet.
Yeah.
Literally.
We did get our feet wet.
Me too today. The language barrier here is kind of screwed up because I told the receptionist I want to have a taxi so I can go to the venue to play my match here at 11 o'clock. And she starts saying, oh, there's so much traffic. You can't take taxi, you'll never make it. So she walks me, and I'm like, there's no traffic. There's like 5 cars coming by us. Like, so here in tournament shoes.
Traffic where? There's not.
There was no traffic.
You don't only one turn to get here, I think.
Oh, but I'm not in the Azimuth. I'm in another small hotel, but like
okay.
15 minutes on legs. But fact was, there was no traffic, so
yeah,
got wet feet all over already.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
any idea how many people are watching this?
I heard 50,000 yesterday.
What?
Yes. I don't either, but if it is, happy days here.
Yeah, Thorsten hit that one a little thick. I've noticed
Yeah,
Thorsten's hitting a lot of balls a little too thick. I think he's struggling with the deflection on the tables.
Let me
Yeah,
tell
there's
you.
no way he's like missing it. Like he probably thinks he's making it, but then there's if you have to make the adjustment though at some point.
Yeah.
I think it's a tip issue or ferrule issue because his cue was clicking. It sounds like there's something a little bit loose.
Maybe he's getting a little bit of a double hit.
I
think
it does sound a little bit weird. But look at the shaft; it's old.
With your cue, you could potentially be double hitting the ball, and that could cause a little extra deflection.
It's like a delayed.
Yeah, like you hit it
reaction.
once with the tip, and then you have something loose, so that piece compresses, and then here comes all the weight from the back of the cue, and then that's where you're getting that clicky sound because
Meanwhile,
the click is coming in from a double hit.
That was a pretty good shot there, to get between there and then get for the bank.
Yeah, he's perfect for the bank.
That was.
I think he can run the cue ball into the 9 if he wants, right? The five's still a tough position. The 5 is. He'd like to run into the 9, get the 9 off the rail.
Well, just
right.
It's pretty natural. Kind of soft. Maybe hit the long rail first, and then into the 9.
Yeah, get the 9 off the rail. That way you can play the 3 and then come in for the 5 in the corner, or do you play for a bank on the 5? What do you think?
Why not just hide it behind the 3?
Well, I like playing bank in the 2 and then hitting the long rail and then get the 9 off the rail, and then you have a perfect angle on the 3. You can play a little stun shot between the 5 and 10.
Yeah, I like
you got
that.
a good angle to do that.
Yeah, you could run the cue ball into the 10 even.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's putting a little draw, so he wants to
playing the bank
straight into the.
Yep. Oh.
See, I didn't like that. I thought the chances like going soft into the 9 was better because then you have a two-way. You could even leave it behind the 3.
Yeah,
leaving the 2 possibly.
So the way he played it, he was definitely playing for the bank on the 5 next.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I think he's going to try and carry him the 7 in.
That would be an option.
Yeah.
Pretty good shot if the 2 comes up.
Where does the 2 ball go? That's the question.
Don't.
Nowhere. Great.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Does it pass the 6? Could go into the corner.
Yeah. Well, if it passes the 6, he can just follow out for the 3.
Yeah.
He's got to thin it in the pocket, I think. If so, it doesn't look like it has a full pocket.
He could just play safe.
Yeah, up behind the 8.
Well, behind the 10 and play the 2-ball kind of like half of the 8, go up table, and just slide up under the 10. Looks like it's laying good for that.
Yeah, this angle is sometimes kind of hard to see.
You gotta watch out if you make the 8 in the side. You'd have to call the 8, right? If you make the 8 in the side.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make much difference.
Looks like it's behind the 10.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do, but he didn't get the cue ball over.
No.
That's not a good shot.
Yeah.
He was worried about hitting the 8 to full and getting it in the side.
He was worried about making the 8 in the side, yeah.
Telepathy going on here.
Okay, so, well, you follow up for the corner pocket on the 3, or?
You know, things changed since they made that rule. Like, you know, the 10 doesn't count as a combination.
Are you for or against that rule?
I actually, I prefer it that it doesn't count.
Yeah, me too.
Get full play and you know, get like easy outs like after the break sometimes, you know.
Makes the game a lot tougher.
Thorsten actually said that he's against it. He wants it to count because he feels that he wants it to stay a little bit more like 9-ball. But I said, why would you want to have it like 9-ball? Like it's 2 different games, so. But each to their own, you know.
I prefer when you have to like run the balls.
Yeah, agree.
A little bit less luck.
Anything to prolong the game and create less luck. I think we need
totally
more
agree.
of that.
You just end up having these pattern rack situations where people will like soft break and have the 2-10 combo if you make it count. So
yeah,
I think that's why they changed it for one reason maybe.
And also, if you play with a regular
it's a little
triangle.
Wow, that went in. Jeez.
Yeah. Pocket speed. If you play with a regular triangle, sometimes, you know, maybe not intentionally, but some players don't rack that well, and then the 10-ball tends to creep towards the corner, and then sometimes they have an easy combination after the break.
Well, I know I played the U.S. Open this year, and the 9 counted on the break everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, this year. And Shane Van Boening kept making the 9 on the break. He kept sending the cue ball into the 9. He made the 9 2 or 3 times on me on the break.
Oh, that's true. He finished with a golden break in his. Was it the final, or which match was it that he finished with a golden break?
Yeah, one of them. He made.
It was against Jason.
Oh, that was crazy. I remember that one. Yeah. But he studied it apparently because he kept doing it that way.
I mean, it's not luck for him. It's a skill shot. He's sending the cue ball into that 9.
Yeah.
I mean, how many breaks does he practice a day?
We used to do that during the Camel Tour.
You made that up, Mika. That was your break. You made that up.
You made it up?
Yeah. He told me.
I started doing it.
He says, "Watch this. I'm playing the cue ball right into the 9."
I started doing it back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
I'll go home and study that then.
Especially.
And probably he can tell how did he like this. Also, we have Skylar Woodward there.
Oh, Skylar Woodward's in there. Okay, well, good luck at the Mosconi Cup, buddy.
All right. Hey, we have I didn't realize we had a feed here. That's cool. Yeah, the thing with this with the Magic rack, it makes it even easier because the 9 stays there, and so you can actually practice, you know, getting the cue ball in that line.
Especially if you're racking your own.
Well,
because then you're absolutely sure where they are.
It's a perfect rack.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of the Magic rack, Mika? What's your opinion on how the balls should be racked, playing 9-ball, 10-ball? What do you think would improve? Do you like it the way it is?
What's up? Nothing much. I'm on vacation now.
Mika's on vacation now, he says.
Yeah, he didn't play pool.
Not like I needed it this early, but nice profile picture, Jason. I don't blame you. He's got the Mosconi.
Oh yeah.
You know, thing.
Yeah, congratulations, Jason. I was
pretty
happy to see.
confident that he's going to do good in the Mosconi Cup.
I was really happy to see that he was
playing well. And he's
taken
got
out
no
as
reason
well.
why he wouldn't play good. So.
Nothing much, Jason. We're just watching the 2 Germans, the Germans, at work.
The Germans?
We will have one German in the final here.
So what's about the Magic rack? Corey was asking.
Yeah. Well,
It's really not that bad.
I like it for the 9-ball when the 9-ball's on the spot. I prefer it.
Yeah.
Consistent, you know.
And you don't get these shitty racks from people. So
it's not an easy break actually to manage, you know.
Yeah, I think
you have to let the cue ball a little bit loose. You have to, you know, learn how to control it with speed, and still
snookered.
Get the 3-point rule. So
I think the break rules have been quite tough the last few. You know,
9-ball break is actually tougher than 10-ball.
Definitely is, yeah, and I think it's a
lot
less luck too.
The way they break on the Euro Tour, it's much more about luck because you need to avoid those 2 or 3 kisses that comes out when you do the cut break.
Yeah.
A lot of the time you get kicked up, so it's a lot tougher than a 10-ball. Like here you can soft break, you still get 2 or 3 balls, and so. Do you still play with 1 on the spot in the US mostly, or is it 9
they
predominantly?
Do a lot of different things. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to tell what they're going to do. It just depends on the promoter, whatever the promoter wants to do.
Yeah.
And so. But I think it'd be good to get the players together to get a set standard of rules that we all, you know, agree by and do that, especially in America, because playing different rules every week, and the promoter dictates what the rules are going to be, and dictates the money what we're going to play for too.
I think Jason wanted to go home and relax after a lot of traveling this year. Maybe he's just gearing up for the Mosconi. Although Jason, you should come next year. It's a wonderful event here, well organized,
lovely tables,
beautiful venue, now beautiful tables too, and the hotel is right next door, the Azimut
Hotel,
Olympic Hotel.
Yeah, this is a first-class event here. I'm enjoying this event. The food's great here, and you know, it's my first trip to Russia. And
he's called the 2 in the center.
Corey's had a good experience here, right?
Yeah, very good time.
Jason just said that he might come next year.
He should. Oh, what a shot. Great shot. Sound off, guys. No cell phones. I kicked that in good, but the fort doesn't pass, so...
Yeah, I hear you, Jason. Too much traveling all year.
Just travel business class.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the tournaments, you know, right next to each other.
Jason, try what Darren did. Just like sit back next year and relax, and maybe you can make a MVP at the Mosconi. They'll want you back anyway.
Yeah, I guess Darren didn't play many tournaments this year, huh? He didn't play much, right?
No.
Yeah. Well,
Stevie Hasty, how do you say that? Asking if I'm going to the Mosconi. Not sure. I mean, it would be fun to watch, but a little bittersweet.
Behind the 8 with the cue ball, do you reckon?
Yeah, he tried to thin it and leave it behind the 8.
I'll be there in spirit, at least, but chances are I'm not gonna shell out money out of my pocket to go to London.
Europe. Whoop. That's a mistake.
Yeah, that's 2 safety mistakes by both players right there. Yeah. They kind of beating it around a little bit.
It goes into the center also.
Yeah, he goes into the center, but I don't think it has a lot of positional value.
That's probably better to take it in the corner.
To hammer it, but I think the corner might be better.
Yeah, I think you're right. If he shoots it in the corner with maybe some high right,
yeah, you can
try
play
and get underneath the 5 for
either the side. You can play the 5 in the same corner.
Do you agree? It's the bigger pocket, right?
The side.
Yeah. It's the bigger pocket.
It doesn't look like he's going to hit the 6, so
just a touch of inside.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
Right spin.
C.J. Wiley, TOI. Touch of inside.
Center to edge. I have no idea how that works, but Look, he's going into
colliding.
Oh,
perfect.
But
Wow, what a
See?
kiss.
Told you it's
Mika
going
called
the same.
Mika called.
Let's hope we get a few of those at Mosconi Cup.
Now, what do you think? He goes underneath the 7 with inside? Or just draw it out?
Well, from here,
It's
it
kinda
looks like you
steeply
might have to
angled.
go under. And
Yeah.
then with this cloth, you can't like quick draw it. It's so, I mean,
It's so
the
delayed, right?
conditions are so
Yeah, you're not going to get over for the
dry,
6.
so you can't like play a quick whip draw on it. So let's see. Looks like. Is he playing the draw?
He's having trouble stretching here. I know Ralph's had some neck issues, right?
Really?
He's had some problems with his neck. He's getting, I
Little
think these
stiff neck?
Yeah, look, he's having a little trouble stretching for this.
I think
ball.
he's going under the 7.
Yeah. Center left. No.
Oh,
That was
He
a
drew
good
it.
shot. He
Managed
drew
to-
it.
yeah. It's a good shot.
Even though he left a little bit of a long shot, it shouldn't be a problem for Ralph. He's a straight shooter.
Yeah. He's got some angle.
He should be out here. Could be 3-0 in a minute.
Somebody's asking who is in the finals. Well,
Not yet.
one of these guys is going to be
Used
in the
all the
final.
pockets.
And then I'm not familiar with the other semi-finalists.
It's Kazakhstan or Pro or Belarus.
Jason's doing a strict diet for Mosconi.
No burgers.
No
Salad.
carbs. Maybe low carb.
Yeah, just float this
Yeah,
in,
man.
leave it for the
Listen,
center.
Jason,
you
you
had
had a
a
good,
great year. I wouldn't do. You don't have to change anything.
Jason, you had a good diet in Kuwait, I guess. Just go ahead and eat like that. Find the local
Yeah.
Kebabs.
kebabs.
Yeah.
Stay on that diet for Mosconi Cup.
And
You
drink
did
a lot
well.
of water.
Parsley, cilantro, kebab. Can't go wrong. Wow, my prediction is wrong. 3-0 to the other guy.
3-0 to the Kaiser.
Der Kaiser. Is it D or der? I don't know.
Der Kaiser. It's tricky with the alternating breaks when you fall behind like this.
Yeah, your mistakes get magnified.
These guys are very good friends. I
Yeah,
believe.
I noticed Thorsten was watching all of Ralph's matches, so they're pretty good buddies. So
Jason, good luck with that Make It Happen event.
Same to Corey.
yeah, I'm
Baseball.
pulling for
Corey,
you to
Corey.
get second place, Jason, in the Make It Happen. I'd really love to see you get second.
Second's not bad. Got some money coming.
Alright, let's see. Control or no control?
I like the Make It Happen events. I've been to a couple of them. Pat does a great job
That's a good
promoting
break.
pool.
Oh, the 4. Okay, it's
This is
gone.
a great break.
That's a nice lay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed playing the Make It Happen one pocket. That was fun. We played with Efren and Alex and all those guys.
How
That
was Tony Chohan was playing there, right?
Tony Chohan?
How was
yeah.
his game?
Tony Chohan's a great one pocket
I
player.
mean, I know
good,
he's
yeah.
a great one pocket player, but how did he fare in the Make It Happen
I'm
event?
not
It's
sure.
not like his usual cup of tea to play these televised events. He's more of a backroom.
Well,
gambler,
he's,
isn't he?
He's a good player, and
He's a straight shooter and smooth and
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I was
fast
impressed.
and loose, pretty much.
He's called out just about every American to play one pocket. I played him once and he beat me, but
Yeah,
You
he's
know.
no.
I wouldn't mind trying
No
to play
joke.
him again with the game right.
To those that don't
Yeah,
know
I know.
what Make It Happen is, what exactly is the format? What
Okay,
is-
so the Make It Happen is Pat Fleming with AccuStats. He's promoting a tournament. It's a round robin. Everybody plays everybody. And this one we're playing 8-ball, but the one with Chohan we played 1 pocket. And the fans will choose the players that'll play. So
bad miss there from Thorsten.
Yeah,
so it's a.
They invest some money.
They'll put a little money in on and kind of pick the players that they want to, like so you might send $100 in and say, well, hey, I'd like to see Corey play and make it happen, So if a lot of people vote for me to play, then there's a good chance that there's no guarantee that I'll be in, but there's a good chance that I will be in, and.
Sounds like a good format.
So that's good. My fans would kind of support me to play in the, and I thank all my fans for supporting me in this 8-ball. So that's
by
good.
the way, what happened here? Thorsten missed.
Thorsten missed the 4-ball.
He thicked a 4.
Yeah, another one. It must have deflected a little bit too much again.
Okay, so Jason, good luck in that Ocean State. I like that. I like the snookers. In Providence, it's a nice room. I won that thing a few times. Got a few banners there.
What about Amsterdam?
Ocean State, they have a tradition. If you win, they put a banner up in the.
What about
on
Amsterdam?
The wall. Amsterdam. What about it?
Isn't that a great room as well?
Of course, yeah. That's my home room. That's my
your second
living
home.
room, basically.
Bring your slippers.
Living room.
Oh, I wish they would stop with the music, though.
Somebody's asking me if this year's Mosconi squad is if it was like, of course, is one of the best ever because the quality is getting better every year and. It's getting harder and harder to get in the Mosconi, and the guys who got there pretty much earned it.
Yeah, I'd say
pretty much.
Some of the tournaments in America this year, they had a lot of small ranking tournaments that a lot of players didn't go to. I know I only went to 7 out of 26 ranking events.
I think there was too many events. If you ask me,
I think they should drop all the small money ones.
You gotta drop the bar box events.
One of the tournaments that paid $800 for 3rd place. You can't fly and pay hotel and everything and try and get 2nd. So
you got to hitchhike to the tournament to make money
for a 9-foot table event. And why would they allow bar table events to be part of the?
I think it's the professional players themselves should pick and choose the events that they want to play in. And they should pick only good quality events with, maybe if they want to all play on 9 foots.
But does the bar box really count towards the ranking system that way?
I think Mark Wilson wanted in America, he wanted everybody to play a lot of tournaments. That way, if they're playing a lot of pool, they're probably going to be playing good in the Mosconi Cup. I think that's why he wanted to do it. And I don't wrong him for that decision on making a lot of...
but it can't get too saturated, right?
Yeah, well, it's just... financially for some people it's not easy to do, you got
to have a sponsor to accommodate 26 tournaments if it's statewide all over. Whoa, nearly scratched.
Ralf got really lucky there not to scratch.
Oh, look at the last kiss on the 10 with a 1.
Wow, this is perfect break right here. I mean, he's straight in on the 1, 2 hanging over the hole. I mean, he really doesn't have to do anything.
Might have to
here.
Pound this one in though, or jack up a little bit.
He could just roll it in and play the 2-rail first if he wants to.
That's true, but then
he's not straight
though.
Do
you think he can just stay there?
He's gonna run into the 10,
4? I mean, can he just slow roll it?
I would rather roll it in and take the rail first than take a chance on missing the 1 jacking up. But you're more comfortable jacking up than me. I mean, you hit this shot real nice. It's not my favorite shot in the world, so I would rather roll the 1 in.
Well,
we'll see what Ralf does.
It's not completely straight, so he's gonna run into the 10, I think. Yeah. Can he avoid the 10, maybe?
If you
I think he could, but you have to elevate. I think he's doing what Corey is suggesting.
Yeah. That music, though.
That I actually don't agree with that being the best break because he almost scratched in the side. The cue ball kind of curved and almost scratched, but then instead of getting kissed in it, it like got nudged away from.
It wasn't how he meant to hit it. He didn't hit it how he wanted.
Okay, so he's slow rolling it.
Oh, he avoided the 10. That's great then.
So he
like you said, cushion first.
And I think that's one of the things about 10 ball where that just proves how much luck there is in 10 ball. Look at Ralf hit so many great breaks in the last match and ended up hooked. And then the one break where he mishits it, he gets rewarded for it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just part of the luck in 10 ball. So you really never know. You might know that you're going to hit it solid and.
Well, is he going to dead slow roll this one though? Come on, give me some feedback.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa! Foul!
No!
A little bad hit.
See, it wasn't that easy, fellas.
Maybe that was a bad decision that I made. I hope he wasn't listening to my commentary.
He could have cross-cued on it a little bit.
I actually, being that the ball was so near the pocket, I mean, you can measure it with these. You know, he did the little finger measurement.
I've seen you do that little finger measurement.
I do it sometimes, but you know, this was like. You also got to have the feel and look at what's happening, and you know, maybe he didn't really look enough about the clearance.
He's gonna have to clip the 6 a little bit here and get a good shot, come off the 6, right?
Yeah, he needs a good kiss.
Top of it.
Well, he's gonna follow.
In any case,
that's
this
good.
is a good chance for Thorsten to get back in the game. You know, it's on Ralph's break. He gets this one. It's 1-4, and then he breaks and runs out. Could be 4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to update the scoreboard.
But regardless, Thorsten's going to need 2 more mistakes from Ralf.
What do you mean?
It's over there.
Didn't you say it would?
No. I'm just saying, when he runs out.
Yeah, okay. I thought he had the last wreck. I totally forgot about that one. Oh, well, at least now he's on.
Thorsten Hohmann. I really like the vest Thorsten's got. It's all sparkly and look at how fancy it is. It's pretty
classy.
Fancy, huh?
Yeah.
Ralph's got the plaid going on in the back. Very nice. Well dressed, the Germans are.
It's Mike Siegel, like sparkling all the way.
Yeah, Mike Siegel.
Have you seen Thorsten's shoes though? I think they
He's
are
got the
like
Judd Trump shoes.
They're a
bit
little bit
over
out.
the top.
Yeah, a little bit over the top.
You heard the price tag on them, right?
The
1,300 euros.
Well, he overpaid for those.
What do you call them?
Yep,
Louboutin, the one with the.
I would never pay 1,300 euro for shoes.
It actually.
Little spiky shoes.
It bothers me when people pay too much money for clothes because I feel like that money could have went to some better
charity.
Good break.
Anything. There's people starving in countries. You know, I pay so much for shoes. You know what I mean?
It's his money,
That's
you know,
just
but
me. I don't know.
But I agree. I would never use like 1,000 euros or something like that, or $1,000 for shoes.
All right,
it's crazy. Bank shot,
guys. I think we have a bank coming up.
Bank.
Would you just kind of slow bank it? You know, just stay, keep the angle. You know, you need the angle anyway to go.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, he could draw off the 6, but then there's a danger of scratching.
Oh, he is drawing. He is drawing.
He can come off the 6 and scratch in the corner.
He's probably just going to stop on the 6.
Ooh, whoa, that's sick.
A little short. This table could be tightening up a little bit. It could be the cloth could be wearing in a little bit. I saw a couple banks go short.
Yeah, it's not sliding as much.
Yeah.
But it played good and true, didn't it? Like you played a couple of times on it now.
Nice, yeah. No complaints about the table.
Tell you what, I only had one bad bounce the whole tournament. Tells a lot about the table and the quality.
I played some shots. It was like so slippery that I couldn't get the top spin going. I was trying to play this shot with inside English, and it just died. And I hooked myself.
It just kept spinning forward, didn't it?
I was baffled. That cost me a game in my match that I lost.
Could it be because of the cloth is a little bit different because it being the HR?
But I made the wrong choice. I should have played it the other way anyway. It's just
yeah.
It was just a confirmation of, you know, hey, when you make the wrong choice, you get punished.
I was really surprised how fast the tables were. Like, you've played a Mosconi yourself, Corey. Compared to the Mosconi, do you think these were almost as fast on the first day, or?
Maybe on the first day.
Maybe on the first day.
But still, they weren't.
Obviously, TV lights has a big difference.
Yeah, it's just.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they get the table to play like that, but it's just. Yeah, I think it's just the heat from the lights.
Yeah. You have the same problem in snooker always with the you know, the
tip.
tables being heated and all that.
Yeah, well, they want that feel.
They turn down the temperature though.
What kind of tip do you have on your break cue, Corey?
On my break cue? Well, my break cue is my playing cue, and it's an Elkmaster.
Didn't you break with a pyramid cue?
Oh yeah, I was breaking with a pyramid cue. I have no idea what tip that was.
Could have been Elkmaster.
No clue. But yeah, the pyramid cue is just, it's very heavy.
Gonna get one of those so you can break with that in the future?
I am interested in getting one of those. Yeah, I think it'd be good.
I think they have an interesting profile. Like it's it's really skinny on the butt end.
And weighs about a ton. 26 ounces.
But they're beautifully made.
Yeah, they look like snooker cues, like they're handmade with kind of splicing as well. So
they're very thin and heavy. Some of them I heard they're 27 ounces for a pyramid cue.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ralf is back in the flow here.
Ralf looks like he's gonna go up 5-1, and then this was on Thorsten's break. That's not very helpful for Thorsten.
Seems like he's not bothered by music.
It's easy to land short on that shot.
And he did.
Because it's slidey, you know?
What would you do here? Because you like to slam him in, don't you?
You know what I like to do here? I like to play it in the side and just go all the way around.
If you hit it too hard, you might run into the 10.
What about inside English? You can avoid the 10. Oh, corner.
Yeah. I don't like that shot. I like the side. I mean,
that
maybe the angle looks
different. Because he just
played
it safe. He just took the
long
shot.
He takes the long shot, keeps it simple.
Simple, very simple. It's good. He's got a good straight stroke. He has no problem making this ball, so...
Yeah, and he's going to kill the cue ball. See?
Yeah. See, we can learn a lot by watching Ralf here.
He makes it look simple.
I don't think either one of us would have played the 7 ball like that, would we? I wouldn't have.
I like playing it in the side and just go around. I don't think there was much that could go wrong.
Wow.
You can get closer to them.
Would you agree that Ralf is maybe even the player that makes the game look as simple as possible sometimes?
Shaft.
You don't ever really see him shooting above speed 3 or 4.
I think it's a Joss cue with the Predator shaft.
Oh, okay. So he's wearing a Predator logo.
Wearing Predator. No, I know he's been playing with the Predator shaft for a long time.
Yeah, he's got Universal and Predator
he's
on
also one of the Kamui representatives. Yeah, he has a Kamui tip, and he's actually using the Kamui chalk as well.
Universal. That's a shaft, also, isn't it? They have a Universal shaft.
It's
I see he's got a Universal
it is a
logo,
little bit confusing.
And he's got a Predator logo. So what?
I'm not sure what part is Universal then. We have to ask.
Maybe he's got a break cue that's one, and the playing cue is the other.
Yeah, but like something's Predator. I mean, unless Predator just sticks a patch on him just to represent,
break cue,
which I doubt.
Yeah.
I thought he had that pretty good and nothing went.
No, I mean the cue ball went off like he kind of lacked power in that break.
Well, he did almost the exact same break the last time, and he made a ball and was straight in. And now he's got the total opposite result.
Could be a different racking method, maybe a little bit.
But the cue ball hooked to the other
game.
to the other side this time. It hooked to the left.
Yeah, he didn't hit it square.
So Nikola Stanik is saying it's a Jocelyn Predator, which I agree with.
Looks
But
like
some part
Predator.
of it.
Well, actually,
And then
it's
somebody's saying-
from Joss to Universal. Actually.
Okay.
Is Joss and Universal the same thing?
No.
So this is maybe it's a universal cue and a
It's got to be
a Predator
Universal
shaft.
cue.
Corey is right here. So it was just before Universal.
Yeah, he switched. Bit funny on the 4 here, if he wants to have an easy positional shot for the 5. But you could just go around in 3 cushions, right?
What is it? Oh, 4.
That's
to
the
this
4, so he could just obviously go to the middle diamond maybe. 2 cushions around
Yeah,
between
he
the
could
8 and the
also-
6.
You could also follow this up. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go around
Yeah.
3 rails. That's a good play, I think.
Yeah. I think it's the most natural path.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't run into the 6.
Ah, that's good.
Perfect.
Yeah, his positional play is always so tight.
Well, here, just bump the 8 a little bit.
I think I'd try and
You would avoid
it's a
the
little
8?
touchy. You could miss-hit this and go right behind the 8 if you
No,
don't
I
hit
like
it good.
going into the 8 because it's.
I like hitting it as thick as possible with low.
I'm gonna go
right.
into the 8.
Try and go above the 8 if you can.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with a good cannon.
Just a little bit of draw.
Follow around in 2 cushions.
Stun draw.
Good shot.
Perfect on the 10.
I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy watching the last 3 balls of a 10-ball game. You know? What do you
Yep.
think?
Especially if you're the one putting them.
Yeah.
It still looks like they are racking the 1 a little bit above the diamond. Just
It's just a distortion because Paul Smith approached the table and
inject it?
made the other markings.
Ah, okay.
Like you said, the previous ones, maybe even the one you did, were a little bit above.
All right, let's see if
Above.
Thorsten can get lucky and make a ball and get a shot. Slammed
Whoa, oh,
it. Almost scratched. Now, will this be
Jesus.
perfect?
Did he make a
4
ball?
ball?
Nope. That's going to
No.
be for Ralph to take
That's
on.
a negative.
Again.
But
I'm
he's
surprised how many
Chinese.
dry breaks here.
Yeah, Ralph's got a tough shot.
But they're both kind of losing the
Jacked
cue
up.
ball on the breaks. Have you noticed?
Yeah, they're losing the cue ball, and both of them. Well, actually, Ralph's losing the cue ball to the right. Thorsten lost it to the left. A little bit there.
This first shot is a little tricky. Jacked over the 7.
Yeah, he's elevated. He's gonna have to stay very still on this.
Ralph is good at these shots, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he stayed nice
Smooth.
and still.
That's good.
That was
a great
smooth.
shot. That was the shot of the game, pretty much. Looks like.
Yeah.
Stop 3, stop 4, shoot the 5, come down for the 6, play the 7, probably where the
7
4
and
is.
8 in the same corner.
Yeah, 7 and 8 right where the 4 is.
Bam, bam.
Bam, bam.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's right. So, I mean, if you're an amateur player and you're trying to figure out how to run this rack, you have to think ahead of which side of the 5 ball you get on. You got to make sure that you get an angle to go down towards the 6. Because if you fall above the 5, or you could possibly hook yourself behind the 9, there's things that could happen. These guys have it down to the science. This is
pretty straightforward here.
For a guy like Ralf or Thorsten, they're going to do this
9 out of 10 times.
99 out of 100 times, probably.
Yeah, probably even that good, yeah.
He's just going to bring the cue ball 1 rail out towards where the balls are racked. And
the only thing that could go wrong here is like if you land straight on the 6 or something.
Or a skid, you know, the ball could skid, or a little too much angle on the 6 could be tough.
Mm-hmm. He's got a perfect angle here.
But the scratch is also on if he doesn't take care.
Ralf shoots with a long bridge. Have you noticed?
Yeah, very long bridge. And I think
That's
he's
not
got
far
a little
enough.
too much
I
angle
think
here.
he left it a little bit.
That's
too
not completely
far.
far enough.
Yeah, this is now he can't keep for under the 7. I don't think, unless if he shoots it real soft with inside.
He can play it soft. This is like a typical Ralf shot. Just
Low
smooth,
right.
But now
smooth and soft with a little bit touch inside.
Aren't you scared to do that because the ball could skid?
Well, you just have to just trust it.
I think he's coming up for the corner.
See?
Nope.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's good.
Typical Ralf shot.
This is typical.
You just gotta forget about the
The
skids.
surgeon.
The surgeon. All right. Well,
I know Ralph's game.
slow
He
with
doesn't
inside.
take any chances ever.
Oh, he plays it safe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a.
Well, tough, tight pockets we got here.
Well, let's play so dry and.
Yeah.
But he mishit that.
Might
Wow.
not
For
have
sure.
made
He
that
didn't.
on that pyramid table over
Maybe
there.
that was subconsciously he's trying to like not hit the 8, so he
Oh
just
yeah.
overcompensated.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your mind plays tricks on you when you're getting ready to pull the trigger.
Yep.
So you have to be absolutely certain with your game plan.
And if you're in doubt, stand up. That's what they say in snooker.
That's right.
Whenever in doubt, stand up.
It's gonna be 6-2, and Ralf will be breaking, possibly making it 7-2, and the odds for coming back getting
That's good.
slimmer and slimmer. See, Ralph's just his game is, he's got his game tight.
Game
When
tight.
he's on,
game
he's
tight
on.
apparel, like Tony Chohan. He promotes game tight apparel. You
Yeah.
just used his
You gotta-
slogan right there.
you
Good
Give it a
shot.
little free plug there, yeah.
Yeah.
Clean pot on the 10.
You said
But-
Ralph's game is tight.
Well,
That's what he means.
it's a pretty
game tight
generic
apparel.
expression. It's not like Tony invented it, but
No.
it's not a bad
I
slogan.
asked him what it
It's not
meant.
a
I
bad.
didn't even know what it meant. I was like, "What's that mean? Game tight?" He says, "It means your game's tight." I was like, "Oh,
yeah, that's what it
thanks.
means.
Thanks. That was a great explanation. Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
So somebody's asking, what's the other semi-final match? Can you indulge them? And us? Kazakis against... Yeah, the other semi is 1-0 for Kazakis, and he's... maybe more? Oh, wow. So 6-3 in Kazakis' favor against... what's the name of the other player?
Dmitry Chuprov from Belarus.
Oh, they're playing right now over there.
Chuprov from Belarus. So...
Okay, is he gonna lose the cue ball or keep it under control this time?
Can I type here?
He almost scratched in the last rag.
Mm-hmm.
That's much better. Much
Controlled
better.
it. Look at that. That ball's just spinning right in the middle of the table.
Perfect.
Okay, and he's got a shot.
The 9 is a bit funny though.
Yeah, the two's in a funny spot.
Would you say like drive back a couple of ball lengths, stay
Yeah,
somewhere
I think
about
if he
there?
can draw the cue ball back about 6 inches, he'll have a thin cut in the corner, but he should be able to do it.
It should be easy to get a positional shot on the 4 after as well.
What do we have here? Just going to leave the angle, right?
Got to draw back a little bit.
Just
A couple of
doing some
ball lines.
updating there.
Tough shot. He can come back for that bank cross side too if he goes too far.
Whoa,
He drew it too far.
that's a bit far.
Yeah, now he's really. This is 50 yards. This is pretty tough to make that. What do you think of banking this cross corner and following the cue ball out?
I think he's going to
That's
collide with
like
the
a-
8 if he
that's
does
a
it.
do or die. It's kind of a do or die.
You think so? Because I mean, if you
You
can
know
get
what?
the cue ball
You-
over, you got shot.
You know,
at the
I
four,
would not
you got a
be
little cover.
surprised. Listen, I would not be surprised if Ralph played safe here.
That's not a bad play. Just to play the,
Behind the 8?
But, I mean, did say that I know his game.
Yeah. Just
And
chip
it's
it to
kind
the
of like
end rail.
He's
you've got to
cutting it.
protect
He's
your
cutting
lead
it.
at this point. You don't want to take any wild
Nope.
shots.
Yeah.
Safety.
It's a good
There's a
call,
lot
Mika.
of,
You know Ralph.
There's a lot of traffic there, but I think he's left a little window.
Yeah, he left his kick safety.
I played him yesterday, and his speed on the safeties was not that good, so he left me some windows too. But I think he wanted to hit a little bit harder and then go even behind the 5.
You think Thorsten can then cut this ball? Or no? You
I
can't
don't.
see
No.
it?
I
You
don't
can't
think
see
so.
it.
He's going to try and hit behind it and stick the cue ball?
Yeah, stick
Send
the
the
cue
two
ball pretty
ball up
much.
table?
I would hit it kind of. Hit it like maybe with a lot of spin, hit maybe like 90% hit, and then try to get the cue ball behind the 6-8, and then send the 2 ball up table.
Yeah, you want the
Because
two
you
ball.
don't want the 2 ball to hit the 10.
I'd like the 2 ball to be just above the 7 and above the 5 where the 2 doesn't go in either pocket. You know what I mean? Just get the 2 out.
Yeah, if you hit it at a slight angle, you know the cue ball's going towards the 8.
Yeah. But not
And then you have the 8 and 6 as blockers.
not too hard where the 2 can get in front
Why
of
is
the
he...
hole.
He looks like he wants to masse it a little bit. I didn't think he
might
had to
need
do
get
that.
around it, yeah.
Oh, maybe he didn't have the
That
angle
was good.
completely,
That was
but
good.
that's
That
a
was
very
solid
good
hit.
shot.
Because at least he
From-
left the
from our-
combination.
From our position,
Wow.
it looked like he didn't need to masse it, but he apparently did, but he hit it so solid.
Now, this
That
is
was a
real
great hit.
tricky. This is real tricky for Ralph now. What do you like
The
doing
4 is a
here?
bit in the way
What do you...
to go that side cushion.
You know what's a possible shot here?
Okay.
If you can get from the long rail and kind of
Like
hit
above
it
the
thin.
4? Hit
Yeah,
it
just
thin,
if you can catch it thin, and then the 4 or the 5 bounces off the rail and maybe becomes a blocker.
Yeah, I like that. Just kind of come across the top of the 2, right? The half,
Yeah.
the top half of the 2.
Yeah, if he
You
can
got to just
see
hit
that.
it soft so you don't scratch, right?
Unless the 4's in the way, maybe he can't hit that side. And then he's got problems.
Yeah, if he's got to hit the right side of the 2, he's got big problems. Because then that brings scratch into play and everything.
Yeah.
There's another option is don't even hit these 2. Try and tie 2 other balls up. What do you think of
Yeah,
that?
that's actually not a bad idea.
What about hitting the, because I don't know if the 2 goes on the side
He's
where the
doing-
9 is.
He wants to hit the... See how he's measuring? He wants to hit the backside.
I think that
But
might
you know
be
what's
the
the
best
problem
play.
with
Don't even
this
hit
kind of-
these. Give him the ball in hand.
You know what? I mean, I have another way of measuring this, but because it's not like, from this angle, there's so much slide, so it's not like a mirror effect.
Yeah,
And
this
usually it
system
goes
doesn't
too
work
long.
as
That
good.
system doesn't work from this angle. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Unless you intentionally know that you have to hit a little bit further up on the rail.
I really don't think Thorsten has a shot if he's got ball in hand. I don't think he can pocket one of these balls. Maybe the side pocket.
Well, he could play it in the side, I think.
I think tying the 8 on the 4 might be a good play. If he can come across it, it's a good play to the kick that Mika's talking about. That's a good shot. But
Looks like the 4 is in the way. Maybe. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, that's what he's trying. He didn't have that.
That's cuttable.
You know, he didn't have that. The 4 was in the way.
Yeah. He would have had to hit it with a real drag
Little bit of draw and
yeah, that would have been a very hard shot.
It passes into the center, and he's called
Looks
it.
like he's calling it inside.
Just
Tough
squeezes
shot.
past the 5.
This
it's
might
tough,
be another
but if the
safety
9's
option.
kind of a guider.
Now, if this was Ralf, you think Ralf would play safe here?
No. This is, play it in the side. Put a bunch of draw on it. Nice smooth draw.
Good shot. Well,
That's good. Good shot.
Just come
No,
across
it's good.
above the 9.
Just slide across. No problem. You need some angle on the 5 anyway to come around.
So you're just going to
The
hit
6
this
is
about
in a
like
tricky
a stop
spot
shot.
actually. I mean, where are you going to play the 6?
Well, for me, I
Right
would
center.
play. I would play
You
the.
have to come around all the way and then go between the 8 and 10.
I would come straight up one rail, kind of toward between the 6 and 10, and play for the side or the corner. So I would hit this with maybe a high ball. Just come straight up one rail.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
That way you're taking the cue ball on a line where you're never going to get hooked. you
yeah,
know?
I like that. Unless you go behind the 10, go too far, and
Because I think if you swing
Funny.
at a bunch of rails, there's a chance you could get hooked behind something.
yeah, especially the way the table's playing, it goes so long. Danger getting behind the 8.
Yeah. So for me, I'd be trying to put the cue ball right on where the balls would be racked. That's where I'd try and go with this.
into the right center.
But he came around,
Came around, which is
kind
not
of
a
to
bad.
the same area, but
That's a great shot.
little different way to do it.
That's still a great shot.
That was a better shot, I think, than my shot because he could hit
Yeah.
the ball naturally. He didn't have to hit it with inside.
That's
you know.
definitely it, and it kind of takes the skid out of the equation.
Yeah, the only problem with his shot is if he went too far, he could get down under the 8. You know,
People
or-
are still talking about Ralph's gear here.
Oh,
I think we gotta drop that topic.
well, it's an interesting
Ralph
topic.
definitely plays with the Predator shaft. Okay, guys.
Okay, well, that's fact.
Either that, or he's just wearing a Predator logo. I mean, I don't see the point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great out from Thorsten, and this was on Ralph's break, so it, gives him a chance to get into a 2-game deficit, possibly if he breaks some runs. Okay, somebody seems to know Ralph play with universal, limited with universal shaft.
About your financial
Okay.
budget.
I'm gonna click hard. Yeah. I clicked a couple of hearts there. It was a good out. That out was worth a little heart.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice out. All right, let's see how Thorsten can break him if he can get a little more control here.
Yeah, let's watch the cue ball. This was an excellent
yeah,
hit.
nice one there. Look at that.
Excellent.
One went right back to the corner. Now, see, that one he did exactly what he was trying to do. And if he called the ball on the break, he probably would have called the one that he made in the side. And if he would have called the next pocket, he would have called the one in the corner. So he did exactly what he was trying to do. That was a perfect break.
Now, the tricky part here is, can he get to that 2-9 combination?
Does the 2 pass the 4 in the corner? It might pass the 4 in the corner.
I don't think so. I mean,
Well, I'm not sure if you can draw the cue ball and get the cue ball to go past the side.
Corey, are you playing the All Japan Championships?
I am not playing the All Japan
I am.
Champions. Because I'm playing the Make It Happen. Right?
Oh yeah, Corey's playing the Make It Happen. I'm playing All Japan.
Yeah.
I know Thorsten's going to the All Japan as well. For some reason, Ralf is not going. He's playing some tournament in Europe, which and that kind of he caught it a little thick there, huh?
That was a good shot.
But he needed to catch it thick.
That was a good shot. Yeah, no, and he kept the cue ball short of the side, so he made sure he didn't scratch. So that was a great shot.
Yeah, if he caught it thin, he would have been straight inside.
He's just going to try and soft play this combination, leave the 2 right there, and bring the cue ball 3 rails around.
Well, he could also just go into the 4. He could play a little draw into the 4.
Maybe it's laying good for that. Looks like he's going around. Maybe bump the 8. Yeah, I'd like to go back to that All Japan Championship. I haven't been back there since I won it.
Looks like he may be coming around.
Things haven't worked out for me to go to that tournament. But I've been looking to go back there.
Well, he's got a lot of angle here. Now he has to come around again.
Maybe another 3-rail position shot.
Yeah.
He's got to miss.
This is pretty natural.
This one you got to miss the 8 though. If you hit the 8, you're in trouble. So got to miss the 8.
Get enough speed, spin.
Yeah, he just barely missed the 8, but that was perfect. Nice shot. Okay, so here I personally like following across to give a good angle on the 5 to go 3 rails.
Tyler Scott, I think Corey and I both we do coaching, we do lessons, and I mean we're both on Facebook.
Yeah, just message me on Facebook if you're interested, and if you're in America, I'm going to be back in America and heading. Yeah. Yeah, I have some DVDs also. Yeah.
That's true. We both have DVDs, and I'm actually getting ready to make a little post about the mastering pool DVDs. They're going to be there's going to be a little sale coming up, 40% off on the mastering-pool website. So check it out. Mastering-pool.
I haven't watched your DVDs, but I heard they're very good.
You haven't? Wow.
And then if you're interested in any of mine, it's School of Pool. I have the School of Pool DVDs, and if you're interested in those, you can inbox me on Facebook, or just look me up and send me an inbox message, and I can send them right out. I have 4 DVDs. They're 1 pocket, 9-ball, 8-ball, and the basics. So.
Okay, somebody in the Philippines, Kevin Valera. Shout out to all the guys in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Miss you guys. Philippines always. It's more fun in the Philippines.
I heard Manny Pacquiao might be doing another tournament. You heard anything about that, Mika?
Hello, Mitsakos from Barrage, Athens. That's also one of the coolest spots I've ever been to. Pretty nice room.
Yeah, I haven't been to Greece yet.
Oh, you're missing out, Corey.
I need to go.
You gotta go to.
Yeah.
The Greeks, they know how to organize tournaments, and they know how to have fun.
And Kazakis has primed in a good position to maybe win the tournament.
Well, he's looks like he's
Did
a favorite
he win that
to
match?
Win the semi. Alex won the semi, so we can update. What was the score?
So Alex is in the finals?
We should just check this. Probably 8-3 was. Just a second.
But Alex is in the finals.
Yeah, correct. 8-3. Kawasaki.
Well, they're asking me if I've ever played any money games in the Philippines. I have, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been to the Philippines. I'd like to go back. Need to put a. Be nice to get a good tournament there that I could go to. You know.
I hope Manny comes through again and organizes one of these events.
Yeah.
There's been talks.
Yeah.
Possibly in December, but that's coming up pretty soon. So.
What do you
look
do
at this match?
Ball? Yeah. What do you do with the 6 ball?
Well, he can carom the 9 in. But he's a little bit funny on this 5. But look at how this match has kind of turned around here. Now Thorsten has a good chance getting...
I don't think the carom on the 9's that easy. I think...
Play for the bank,
maybe cross side? I think the cross side on the 6 would be the play.
Well, he's a little funny on the 5. Normally I think the carom would be easy. If you get...
But the 9's just not hanging. Position. It's like on the... It's out away a little bit, where you have to hit that perfect to make it.
That's true.
So,
fair enough.
I don't know if he can. He's going to try and come out 2 rails and bank the 6, or make the carom. However, he needs to get the cue ball even with the side pockets. That's what he did. He's laying real nice on the bank.
Well, it's a perfect position for either shot, but I like the carom here.
I like the bank just for the fact that. You can just play position on the 7.
He's gonna carom.
But then where's the 6 go? You got to play for the 6.
He's gonna nudge it so soft that the 6 doesn't go anywhere.
I'd
just
wager
straight.
On the bank.
It stays right there. I mean.
Oh, Corey was right. Man, I love that.
It was right. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the 9 wasn't as easy as I thought it was.
The position was built in there for that one, but yeah, I think Thorsten's coming back here. Yeah.
Now we've got a ball game, right?
We've got a ball game. It's a little steep on this 8, though.
Yeah, a little bit more angle than he probably wanted to, but
yeah, nice shot. Nice shot. Now, so who's breaking here? This is getting
now it's going to be Thorsten's break.
Thorsten's break. He could tie it up.
He can tie it up.
Wow,
it's amazing.
Ralf was way ahead.
What happened?
It was a couple weird
errors,
break situations.
Weird
breaks. The breaks. Ralf hit the break exactly the same 2 times in a row. One time he got straight in, and the other time he didn't get a shot.
It's fickle, right?
That's what this game's all about. If you break and happen to be straight in, you're going to win every match you play. And the next day you break and get hooked every time.
He's taking a timeout.
Ralph's taking a timeout.
I don't like the fact that you can take timeouts on the other guy's turn.
No, I think you should wait until you're at least at the table.
Not cool.
Yeah. I'm going to take a timeout too. How about that?
And we're back. Corey's back too. Look at this. Thorsten's made a great comeback. He has a good chance to play the 1 in the corner. Kind of soft. Hit the side rail and come out for the 2. Pretty natural. looks like it could be 6-all. You know, wasn't Ralf was up like 6-1 or something? And now it's
6-2 ahead, Ralf. And now we have it. Now we have a match.
But he was up like 5-1.
Good match now.
We do have a ball game here. Thorsten's picking up the pace a little bit. He's getting pretty comfortable. He's pumped up. But Ralf still has the edge since he's breaking at even. He's been struggling on the break a little bit though, so let's see if he can get it under control.
It's a good draw shot there. I was surprised he came all the way back with that.
I'm not surprised. He's, you know, like, he's getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
So
looks like he's in stroke.
Thanks for the compliments, Apostolis. My man from Thessaloniki. Shout out to all my friends in Thessaloniki. I would love to come there. There's a tournament in December.
Where's this?
In Greece.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you should come, Corey. It's a great place.
I'd be open to coming. Send me a message on Facebook. I'll talk about it. See if I can come.
Alright, this is a monumental break here for Ralf, because if he doesn't capitalize on this opportunity here, he might lose the whole match. So
yeah,
this is huge.
Very important to stay
6-6,
in the lead.
stay in, you know, keep the lead. Because if he doesn't win this rack, then Thorsten can put him out next rack. He's lost the cue ball.
Cue ball on the
Things
side.
are not going well for Ralf. He has been struggling with the break, and he continued to struggle with it. I was worried about that. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Looks like a pretty routine out for Thorsten here. Just get the cue ball out in the middle of the table for the 5, and it should be
yeah,
pretty easy.
He's out. With his increased confidence. Landed a little short on that one, but there's really no problem. And just come back on the other side. Play the 6 in the same corner. 7's hanging.
Now we get to see how important that lag was. That lag was very important.
Well, we don't get to see that yet because Thorsten's going up 7-6, and he has to capitalize at 7-6. Because
that's right.
If he lets it go 7-7, then Ralph's breaking
yeah,
again.
Yeah, Thorsten's in the driver's seat right here.
Yeah. See, we have a little replay on Ralph's break earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's just our special
Yeah, he just came across his hand came out a little bit. It came across the ball.
It's so important to keep your hand steady, keep it on the table when you're breaking, when you're coming through on the break. Just focus on that thing alone, and that'll give you more control for the break, for the cue ball.
Gotta keep that bridge still. Shane Van Boning does that better than anyone.
That's true. Copenhagen is not too shabby either.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Thorsten's became the favorite now.
Wow, Ralf up 6-1. All he needed to do was capitalize on his break a few racks, you know.
Yeah, it's really, the break has been devastating for Ralf. I wonder why he didn't, like, when he's been losing the cue ball the whole match, why didn't he just break a little softer? The balls are going in anyway. I mean, you have to change your game plan if something's not working.
Yeah, I mean, a good strategy if you're up 6-1, you could even break safe just to make sure you're in the game, and all you have to do is win 2 of them to win the match, right?
This is pretty much the
Thorsten
match deciding. Well,
Thorsten has hit
not
some really
easy here.
solid breaks, though. Real good ones.
Look at this. He's on the rail. He's got a long shot on the 1. 2 doesn't go. What about this? If he gets like nice and tight on the, if he gets like straight on the 2 to make the 2 off the 5, do you think that's a good shot?
Yeah.
He could just play the 1 in the corner, come off 2 long rail, you know, like come crisscross, get straight on the 2, play the 2 off the 5. Either that or you just make the 1 and play safe on the 2.
That's a pretty aggressive plan, Mika.
It is pretty aggressive. It actually doesn't look that good from this angle. I thought the 5 was further down.
It's doable. I mean,
What
if
is
you
he-
get
oh, hey,
right
look at
on
this.
the,
He's jacking up. He's coming. Is he coming
that's
down?
a hard shot. If you get good on the 2, I like it off the 5. If you just stop the cue ball dead, because you already have position on the 3, right where he's looking.
That's what I'm saying.
He's looking
you
at
have
it.
Position. That's
You got to get good on. If you get real nice on
if
it,
you get
do
tight
it.
on it, you're good.
Safer way to win the game is just to pocket the 1 and play safe on the 2, I would say.
He's jacked up. That could be. That could cost him the match.
I think for me,
that shot alone could cost him the match.
I think for me, I make
Look
the
how
1.
tight he got on the 2, though. He was like almost perfect on it.
Yeah,
but
he got perfect on it. But
doesn't
say
really
you
matter when you
just
miss
say you
the
just
ball.
roll the 1 in, come out to the middle of the table, then you thin the 2 and come back down table.
Well, I did say the safe was another option.
I think if it was Ralf Souquet with that same situation, he would have just made the 1 and played safe.
This is amazing. This food is amazing. We just got treated by this.
Does it have mango in it? This is like rice with
It's
chickpeas and some veggies in there. I think it has
the
mango.
The beef is perfect.
I think it's got mango.
Anyway, so how do you think Ralf can play? Kind of get by the ball. Can you think he can play position on the 2 for the corner near where the 7's hanging out?
I think he can. If he just misses the 8.
Could be looking at a 7-7 here. He's
He
coming.
hit it nice.
He's coming, but is he enough?
I think he's got a shot in the side.
Well, he does, but does Ralf go for these kind of shots?
Well, if he
He
can clip
landed
it,
a
if he
little
can clip
short.
it in the side with a little low inside English or just a little inside
Yeah.
English, he can come 2
He-
rails for the 3.
He's definitely playing the side.
And if he makes this shot, this game will be over, I think.
Yeah, it's natural. I mean, the position's
Yeah.
natural.
A little inside is just...
I mean, I don't think you have to put anything on the
These shots,
cue
don't
ball.
you find these
just
shots
cut
are...
the ball in.
These shots, when you're real close to the ball and you have to cut it a lot, it's kind of tough to see where to aim.
Well, see, you don't have to do anything with a cue ball because you don't want to overspin it either.
Now that we got a little closer look, it looks like a real steep angle.
Yeah, like I was saying, knowing Ralph's a conservative player. He might opt for the save, but then he's playing the side pocket. This is a do or die, basically.
Pretty much.
Like we said, the position's natural, so all you have to do is make the shot.
Undercut
caught it full, and that's.
It's so hard to see the angle where to aim on those.
That's sayonara right there.
It's tough.
Anything but undercut that one. Right?
Well, either way, you're going to lose if you miss it.
No, I mean, no. If you miss it, you overcut. You might be behind a 6. I know, in general, I just don't like undercutting that ball. But, yeah, I mean, maybe you have a point. You miss, doesn't really matter. But, Thorsten won this tournament before, yeah?
Yeah. It was 2013, I believe, yeah.
This will be his second final appearance here. All in all, pretty solid comeback from Thorsten.
Very solid. This is the key shot.
You can't give this guy, you know, any room. He'll like chew you up.
Yeah.
Kind of like we're chewing this food up right here. What is he doing here? Oh, he got fortunate there.
Yeah. I think he caught the 5 a little thin.
Maybe there was a skid. He's saying he's communicating with the referee, but that could have ended a lot worse.
Well, the 8, does the 8 go by the 9? He might have to come back down for the side on the 8.
No, you can play the 8 in the corner or the side.
Looks like he's probably going to come up for the side.
Yeah, for the side, yeah. Pretty shocking, though.
Well, he hit this a little firm. Cue ball's coming all the way down.
What?
Can he see it?
Did he just hook himself there?
No, he can see it, I think, but it's not as easy as it could be. That's for sure.
He's over on that, for sure, but I think he can.
He should still be able to handle this, I think.
He's gonna play it inside, and it's gonna come around. He's gonna.
Oh, nice shot. That's it.
That's
looking
it.
pretty good.
That was a bit scary there. He almost hooked himself.
He's going with inside English.
I don't think.
I kind of like just drawing out to the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Take your shot. But
yeah.
He's going inside.
He's going inside.
That's it.
That's it. Great comeback.
Wow, nice shooting by Thorsten. Big tournament for him.
Two friends.
Well, nice commentating with you, Mika. This was fun.
It was
I think I learned a few shots from you.
It's interesting to see the different positional play and stuff, but I think we're 90% agreed on all.
Yeah, most of them. I think you had a couple interesting ones.
Yeah. Bad fortune on the break, or he started breaking kind of funny, and you caught a gear. And you caught you started shooting your usual confident rhythm.
Well, felt like a déjà vu from last year. I played a great tournament until I ran into you, and then I played like a donkey. And the same in Ralph's match. I must say I have problems with my contacts because it's really dry in here, and my eyes get so dry and you know, when I focus, I don't blink, and then it gets all foggy, and I can't really focus in on.
Maybe you should get some eye drops for tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Also, you know, I've been playing all day long.
All day. This was a tough day.
So it was taking a toll on my eyes.
Match after match. Yeah, and would it help if you had a chance to change your contacts?
It's been bothering me all day.
Like
something
a fresh,
I have to
like
power
a fresh
through.
pair.
You know, I thought maybe speed up a little bit and try and get into a rhythm. Then,
well,
like you said,
you did speed up.
I had a few
picked up the pace.
Decent breaks, a few runouts, and then Ralf, very unfortunate. So yeah, I'm lucky and happy.
We were chewing away the food and enjoying the game. But anyway, good comeback. I know you guys are friends, so it's always tough, but I'm sure you try to ignore that fact and then focus on the game.
Sure, you know, I mean, we're rooming together, we're friends, and you know, one of us has to lose.
Yeah, one of you guys is gonna win, and then
you know, percentage of me was already prepared to say, oh, okay, good, you know, I can go into the room and relax, let Ralf do the work tomorrow, but then something in me didn't want to give up.
Yep. Well,
very nice of you.
You have that fighting spirit, and you know, I think both of you have in the past shown.
Yeah, that is hard actually. That is hard.
It's hard. Yeah, you got good heart, and then especially with alternating break, you know, you were down by 4 games at least, and came back. So.
But you know, this momentum can change if you know, if you're coming from behind and catching up, it puts pressure on.
I
the
felt
player.
like at 6-6, even though it was Ralph's break, I was like, this is kind of, if he doesn't break well here, it's over.
And then he scratched. So
and he, sure enough, he scratched. So. Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
I probably see it. Maybe I'll do some more commentary tomorrow. The feedback has been so far good.
Just can I admit it, you want some more of Plov, really?
Yeah, I want some more tomorrow. If I'm gonna do any commentary, you have to.
And you get this only.
This is really good, Thorsten.
In return for commentary.
It's typical Mika. You know, he needs to have some table time, even though he's not in the tournament. He still needs the table time.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Okay, once again, thanks. See you tomorrow.
All right. Well.
Hey, listen, I would much rather be there shooting tomorrow, but I've had some good success here in the past, even though I didn't win. I was in 2 finals, but so I wanted to win, but you won it before, and then maybe you have a chance to win again. You're playing Kazakis tomorrow, so that should be a good final.
I'm happy. I should be, you know, fresh tomorrow. I played 3 times here. I finished 1st and 3rd, so. See, but I'm happy. You know, I made it to the final again. Well, guys, Mika.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody out there.
Over and out. Here in Moscow. Thanks, guys, for all the feedback, and come back tomorrow. What time is the final?
I believe it's 11 a.m. Moscow time.
11 a.m. Moscow time. All right, so that's 8 hours ahead of East Coast. If you for the Americans. And you guys can figure it out from there. Okay, take care, bye.